Chinese counties took 2 billion yuan from rural school meal subsidies to pay local debt, sparking public outrage. China Construction Bank headquarters cuts salaries by at least 10%. Analysis: Taiwanese business exodus impacts China's economy and poses dilemma for CCP. Just 17. Chinese badminton rising star Zhijie dies suddenly during match. Xijin invites netizens to eat egg fried rice, post deleted within less than 24 hours. Disrespectful acts by Chinese tourists fuel anti-communist sentiments in South Korea. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Chinese counties took 2 billion yuan from rural school meal subsidies to pay local debt, sparking public outrage. Over the last 3 years, local governments in several Chinese counties have diverted almost 2 billion yuan, about $276 million, intended as lunch subsidies for rural students to cover other expenses, including repaying governmental debts. This misappropriation has occurred in dozens of counties and has also coincided with a failure in 9 provinces to distribute owed social insurance subsidies to 109,000 individuals. These financial mismanagements were partially exposed, leading to widespread public dismay. At a recent session of the 14th National People's Congress Standing Committee, the state media revealed details based on a report by the Auditor General, Hushi. The report highlighted financial misuses during a key auditing period from 2021 to August 2023 involving 231.37 billion yuan, roughly $32 billion, of subsidy funds across 13 provinces and 159 counties. The misappropriations included: firstly, misuse of funds. Local governments used funds meant for rural students' meals to alleviate their financial struggles. This involved 66 counties redirecting 1.951 billion yuan, about $268 million, to cover government debts and expenditures necessary for basic operations and wages. Secondly, compromised quality. Additionally, 41 counties and 1,533 schools were found to have lowered meal standards or fabricated expenses, misappropriating another 270 million yuan, around $37 million. In further abuse, 5 counties colluded with suppliers to siphon off 42.16 million yuan, approximately $5.8 million, through various schemes like supplier dividends and donations, purportedly for welfare purposes. Thirdly, bidding and supervision violations. Irregularities were also rampant in the procurement and supervision of school meals. 25 counties engaged in misconduct during the selection process for suppliers, affecting 2,605 schools. There were also 78 cases of bid rigging and falsification in the tendering of 101 nutrition meal projects across 35 counties. Furthermore, staff from 77 schools and regulatory bodies were found to have abused their power for personal gain. Moreover, audits of employment subsidy funds and unemployment insurance revealed that 9 provinces had failed to pay social insurance subsidies to 109,000 people, and 24 provinces and 386 organizations had fraudulently claimed 130 million yuan, about $18 million, in subsidies through fake employment schemes. Following the release of this news, Chinese netizens expressed their outrage. Where is the conscience? It's shocking, must be thoroughly investigated. It's the children's belts that are being tightened. A netizen from Qinzhou, Hunan, mentioned, "My cousin attends elementary school in the village. She says the food is indescribable, inedible." China Construction Bank headquarters cuts salaries by at least 10%. On July 1, Reuters cited 2 informed sources reporting that China Construction Bank, the country's second-largest commercial bank, has requested a minimum 10% salary cut for its headquarters staff. One of the sources mentioned that the salary reduction for executives would be even larger. Due to the sensitive nature of this information, both sources declined to reveal their names. The source stated that most of the bank's branches are experiencing larger cuts than the headquarters, although some high-performing sectors will see single-digit cuts. China Construction Bank did not immediately respond to Reuters' request for comment. The salary cut policy at China Construction Bank highlights the challenges faced by Chinese financial companies amidst the economic slowdown. Commercial banks in China are under increasing profit pressure as they are compelled to offer cheaper loans to stimulate the sluggish economy, while loan demand remains weak. Furthermore, Chinese authorities are advancing what is termed the Common Prosperity Movement, with China's top anti-corruption watchdog vowing to break the Western financial elite theory. This has prompted many financial firms, including state-owned and private enterprises, to announce wage and bonus cuts, and to instruct employees not to wear expensive clothing or brand-name watches to work. According to a Reuters report in August 2023, the Bank of China has initiated a nationwide campaign to narrow the pay gap between staff and middle to upper management. Analysis: Taiwanese business exodus impacts China's economy and poses dilemma for CCP. The Taiwanese business sector is diverting its investments, trade, and procurement from mainland China to regions like Southeast Asia and South Asia, similar to multinational corporations from the United States, Europe, and Japan. Some Taiwanese investments are even heading towards the United States. As China's economy weakens, this shift means losing decades-long Taiwanese investment and support, exacerbating China's economic troubles. This shift also places the CCP in an awkward position concerning Taiwan. The reason for the decoupling of multinational companies from China includes the loss of China's cost advantage in manufacturing, supply chain disruptions during the pandemic, and the impact of Beijing's prolonged zero-COVID policy, which have eroded foreign confidence in China. Additionally, Beijing's heightened scrutiny of private enterprises under the guise of national security has made China less attractive to foreign businesses, tipping the scales against China in corporate decision-making. Although mainland China is still Taiwan's largest trading partner, its share in Taiwan's trade portfolio has been decreasing. In 2021, trade between mainland China and Taiwan was valued at $208.4 billion, about a quarter of Taiwan's total foreign trade. By 2023, this figure had fallen by nearly 20% to approximately $166 billion, just over one-fifth of Taiwan's total trade. Meanwhile, Taiwan's trade with Southeast Asia grew from $117.5 billion in 2021 to $134.6 billion in 2022, marking an increase of nearly 10% within a year. Taiwan's export dependency on China, including Hong Kong, has also reduced to its lowest since 2018, with much of the trade shifting to Southeast Asia. The rapid diversion of Taiwanese investment funds particularly concerns Beijing. Since 2010, Taiwanese investment in China has been on a decline. By 2023, these investments had fallen nearly 40% compared to the previous year, amounting to only $4.17 billion, less than a third of the 2018 level. Much of the investment has shifted to Southeast Asia, particularly to countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. These countries now receive about 40% of Taiwan's outbound investments, surpassing those going to China. Taiwanese investment in Vietnam, especially in high-tech electronics, has quadrupled in just a few years, with major companies like Foxconn, Wistron, Pegatron, and Quanta expanding operations there. To attract Taiwanese investors, Pingtan Island in Fujian Province, located across the sea from Taiwan and the closest mainland point to Taiwan, has offered tax breaks, subsidies, and residency aids. Despite these incentives, including the development of the Taiwan City Shopping Center, interest remains low among Taiwanese businesses. Investment from Taiwan to Fujian plummeted by 80% last year to just $220 million, the lowest in 22 years. Trade has similarly suffered, with Fujian's imports from Taiwan dropping by 10.2% and exports by 15.6%. Amidst rising production costs, trade tensions, and geopolitical risks, Taiwanese businesses are increasingly turning to other hubs. According to Dr. Chenny Li, director of the Taiwan Studies program at the University of Nottingham, despite China's efforts to promote its economic zones, Taiwanese business acceptance remains low, fueled by concerns over labor costs, local competition, and the impacts of the U.S.-China trade war. This shift not only affects China's economy but also acts as a deterrent against the CCP's military ambitions towards Taiwan. As Taiwan increases its trade and investment in Southeast Asia and South Asia, it builds greater regional stakes, potentially discouraging any aggressive actions by the CCP. While these countries are unlikely to confront China militarily, the broader international community's interests make Beijing's stance towards Taiwan increasingly problematic. Just 17. Chinese badminton rising star Zhijie dies suddenly during match. The 2024 Asian Youth Badminton Championships are currently taking place in Indonesia. Last night, Zhijie, a 17-year-old player from the Chinese team, suddenly collapsed and died during a group match against Japan. On July 1st, the Badminton Asia Confederation issued a statement announcing that during the mixed team group stage of the 2024 Asian Youth Badminton Championships held in Indonesia, Zhijie, a 17-year-old member of the Chinese badminton team, suddenly fainted and was declared dead after being taken to the hospital. He passed away at 23:20 local time. Zhijie was considered a rising star in Chinese badminton. Born in 2007 in Jiaxing, he was a member of the Xijin badminton team. He joined the national youth team in 2023 and had won several championships, including the 2022 National Youth Series U15-17 Boys Singles, the 2023 and 2024 National Youth Badminton Championship Grade B Boys Singles and Team titles, and the 2024 Netherlands Youth Badminton International Boys Singles. The news of Zhijie's sudden death during the match has gone viral and sparked widespread concern. Many netizens lamented the young player's early death. My God! 17 years old. So young, his life had just begun. A circulating video shows Zhijie suddenly collapsing without warning while waiting for his Japanese opponent to serve at the 11-second mark of the video. He convulsed severely all over. About 20 seconds later, a man entered the frame to check on him, finding Zhang with his hands on the ground as if trying to get up, but he only managed to lift his head slightly before collapsing again. At 31 seconds, the man waved towards someone off camera, seemingly calling for help. After 51 seconds, 3 men came onto the court to assist. At around 2 minutes and 10 seconds, Zhang was stretchered off the court. Dr. Liu Xiao, deputy director of the emergency department at Zhejiang University Second Hospital, suggested online that, based on the footage, such a young athlete's sudden death accompanied by severe convulsions was likely due to malignant cardiac arrhythmia. In other words, a myocardial infarction. The official report did not disclose the specific cause of Zhijie's death. Some netizens speculated that Zhijie's sudden death might be a post-COVID syndrome or a consequence of the COVID vaccine, noting, it seems there have been more sudden deaths among people who had 3 vaccine shots. Recently, sudden deaths due to heart problems have increasingly involved younger individuals. Hushi invites netizens to eat egg fried rice, post deleted within less than 24 hours. On June 30th, Hushi, the former editor-in-chief of the Global Times, suddenly posted a video about egg fried rice on his Weibo account with the caption, "I really want to send this pot of egg fried rice as a late-night snack to friends online, including those who often scold old Hu." However, the post and video were subsequently deleted. Hushi also mentioned, "I hope everyone respects each other and maintains a diverse online ecosystem based on mutual understanding and respect." Netizens commented under the post saying, posting about egg fried rice on July 1st, "He really wasn't thinking, is Hu doing this on purpose? What is he trying to convey?" Some also questioned, how long can this Weibo post last? Sure enough, the post was deleted, surviving less than 24 hours. Egg fried rice was once said as a sensitive term online by the CCP, leading to repercussions or penalties for many. A recent example involved Chef Wang, who was forced to publicly apologize and delete his video tutorial on making egg fried rice posted online. Wang is a chef and also a self-media blogger who frequently posts cooking tutorials. He has over 2 million followers on YouTube. Not only Wang was affected by the egg fried rice issue, but even the CCP's official media outlet, People's Daily's Weibo account, was criticized for reposting Wang egg fried rice video. In 2021, a state-owned telecommunications company's Weibo account posted this dish, after which the company's account was temporarily suspended. In November last year, 2 elementary schools in southeastern Zhejiang province held an egg fried rice competition on the same day Wang posted his recipe, with about 1,000 participants. Subsequently, these schools were attacked by some nationalists, and of course, the posts were deleted. In 2021, a man in Jiangxi province was detained for 10 days for posting thanks for the egg fried rice on Weibo. According to online rumors, during the Korean War, Mao Zedong's son, Mao Anying, wanted to eat egg fried rice, so he hid in a tent and started cooking, which unfortunately led the U.S. forces to discover him. He was killed by napalm bombs dropped by 4 B-26 bombers of the United Nations forces, along with his staff officer Gao Ruixin. Many Chinese people are grateful for that bowl of egg fried rice. Some regions even designate November 25th as Egg Fried Rice Day. They believe that if it weren't for that bowl of egg fried rice, the CCP regime might have become a hereditary dictatorship of the Mao family, much like North Korea today. Thus, egg fried rice has become a taboo topic for the CCP, a sensitive term mocking the Mao family, and could potentially breach the CCP's Heroes and Martyrs Protection Law. On November 28, 2023, Xijin urged caution in public discourse around the anniversary of martyr Mao Anying's death, particularly advising against discussing egg fried rice. He emphasized that those previously scrutinized should avoid actions or statements that could evoke sensitive associations. Although November is still several months away, Xijin contradicted himself by proactively inviting all netizens to eat egg fried rice, leading some to speculate whether Xijin sensed something before the third plenary session. Disrespectful acts by Chinese tourists fuel anti-communist sentiments in South Korea. In Jeju Island, South Korea, several incidents involving Chinese tourists, such as defecating in public, jaywalking, and littering, have fueled anger among South Koreans towards Chinese nationals and even the CCP. In response to these incidents, South Korean police have implemented special controls. Recently, a post about a convenience store in Jeju frequented by Chinese tourists has been circulating in various South Korean online communities. Uploaded photos show the store littered with used instant noodle containers, drink bottles, masks, and ice cream wrappers, with food spills on the floor and externally brought trash piled on the refrigerator, creating a very unsanitary scene. Despite signs in the store in Chinese saying, "Please clean up after eating," they appear to be largely ignored. South Korean media have extensively reported on these conditions, describing the convenience stores visited by Chinese tourists as scorched earth, trash terror, and shocking. Additionally, earlier in June, another post titled "Chinese people are too much, everyone must see this," went viral, accompanied by photos. The images showed a young child defecating next to a tree on a busy street in Jeju City's Yeondong neighborhood, apparently under the supervision of a woman presumed to be his mother, with another female companion standing by. Numerous pedestrians were passing by at the time. The person who uploaded the post expressed their outrage, reported the incident to the police, and questioned, "Why defile another country?" Another local approached to stop the behavior, but was ignored. This incident caused an uproar in South Korea, further aggravating public sentiment. Seo Kyung-duk, a South Korean publicity expert and professor at Sungshin Women's University, expressed his concerns on Facebook on June 24. He warned that if such disgraceful behaviors by some Chinese tourists continue unchecked, Jeju Island's reputation could also suffer, urging the South Korean government to take measures for self-protection. Eventually, South Korean police intervened. On June 25, the Jeju police conducted special controls in the Juan intersection area of Jeju City, a popular spot for foreign tourists, focusing particularly on dangerous jaywalking. Previously, multiple traffic accidents involving Chinese tourists jaywalking had resulted in fatalities in Seoul, Incheon, and Pyeongtaek in Gyeonggi Province. During the operation, Jeju police dealt with 4 cases of jaywalking and 1 case of littering by Chinese tourists within an hour and a half, imposing fines on the offenders. One couple nonchalantly jaywalked right in front of the police and protested after being fined, stating, "Chinese police wouldn't fine for jaywalking, and we didn't realize jaywalking was a problem." Some Chinese tourists caught jaywalking were brought to tears, complaining to the police, "Why only target Chinese people?" Others commented, "We came here to travel, why treat us like this, and we will never come back." According to the police, as of June 21 this year, 353 instances of unauthorized jaywalking were recorded in Jeju, with 70.3%, 248 cases, involving foreigners. The number of Chinese tourists visiting South Korea, especially Jeju, has significantly increased this year. Preliminary statistics from the Jeju Tourism Association indicate that the number of foreign visitors to Jeju reached 883,450 this year, more than 4 times the 203,739 recorded during the same period last year, with Chinese tourists making up over 80% of these visitors. On July 1, commentator Xia Yifan told the Epoch Times that the behavior of the Chinese people, characterized by lacking kindness in their hearts and being unreasonable in their actions, stems from the CCP's encouragement of class struggle through various incessant campaigns, which promotes a disregard for public order and moral principles. Chinese tradition values virtue and propriety, but under the CCP's rule, the Chinese people have strayed far from these ideals. He said, "It can be said that the CCP has turned the Chinese people into crude and aggressive wolf warriors and pushed them onto the world stage." Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. If you find the information helpful, please share this video with a friend to watch together. This will be a great source of motivation for our team to produce more and more quality and reliable videos. And also don't forget to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths. Thank you for tuning in.